Hello everyone and welcome to the OneClass channel. My name is Donna and I'm a recent master's graduate from the Materials Science program from the University of Ontario Institute of Technology, also known as Ontario Tech University. So today we're going to go over some commonly asked questions in chemistry at the high school, college, and university level. So if you needed any help with homework or tutoring, then check out the links in the description below. Now let's just get started on our set of questions for today's session. Okay, so question 1 says to draw the Lewis structure for the ammonia molecule, which is NH3. Be sure to include all resonance structures that satisfy the octet rule. Okay, so first, let's find out the total number of valence electrons for ammonia. In the case of nitrogen, nitrogen has 5 valence electrons, and in the case of hydrogen, hydrogen has 1 valence electron, and since there are 3 atoms of hydrogen in ammonia, we multiply this by 3. So now when we add these values up, we end up getting a total of 8 valence electrons. Okay, so now let's draw nitrogen as our central atom, and I'll just try to draw single bonds to all of my hydrogens. So you'll never see hydrogen have a double bond, and this is because it only has 1 electron to donate or to share. So now that we drew out our single bonds to hydrogen, I like to count out how many electrons I've drawn so far. So if we recall that each bond contains 2 bonding electrons, and we have 3 bonds, then so far I've drawn 6 electrons. So I only need 2 more, so for the last 2, they will go on my nitrogen. Okay, so now I have a Lewis structure for ammonia, and there's no charge on the molecule as well, so that means there are no other resonance structures. So let's just see what the junior tutor said. Step 1. List the elements, their valence electrons, and determine the total valence electrons. If a charge is present, add the value of the charge to the total valence electrons when it is a negative, subtract if it is a positive. So N is equal to 5, H is equal to 1, and they got 8 valence electrons. Step 2. Draw the skeletal structure. Note that 1 bond consumes 2 valence electrons. Okay, so they showed how each bond will contain 2. So the remaining valence electrons is 2. And step 3 is to distribute the remaining valence electrons such that all atoms attain a noble gas electrons and compute for the formal charge. Okay, so this junior tutor also calculated formal charge. So the equation for formal charge is number of valence electrons minus the number of non-bonding electrons, so this is like lone pairs, minus any bonding electrons divided by 2. So for both nitrogen and hydrogen, they got 0. And then they said that ammonia does not have electrons capable of delocalization, thus ammonia has no resonance structure. This means that the only Lewis structure of ammonia is the following. Yep, so this solution is correct.